Sound check. It's okay. Fuck it, I'll play.
Ja, hi, hier ist Chris von Guitar Masterplan. Wir haben die großartige Möglichkeit, einen super Gitarristen zu interviewen, und zwar den Mattias. Wir waren vorher auf dem Workshop und sind begeistert. Yes, I want to talk to you.
Yes, fire away.
First off, we had a nice discussion before your workshop, and you said something I really like. Kids or people in general should stay away a bit from the guitar forums and what type of guitar they should use or play or which pickups, and just to focus on the music and learning the music.
Yeah.
And would you say a few sentences about this? How you say it, because you don't focus too much on equipment and
no,
more
of course.
on the
I mean,
stuff.
of course, you need some decent equipment.
That's for sure.
So it's not noisy or it doesn't break down and so on. But I think too much time is spent on, you know, as you said, what kind of pickup and what kind of impulse response and blah blah. What kind of this and presets, and can I steal some of your settings? And Frank Zappa said it, shut up and play a guitar. That's really what it is. You know, if you have stuff to say it.
And you were also more focused on the playing side.
Yes.
When you were younger?
It takes long enough time as it is to compose, write, record new music. And if you have a good enough sound, there's so much you can do with your fingers and so on. And sometimes, of course, I tweak a little bit and I'm not a complete idiot. But I think there's too much talking and, you know, more shop, as we say. Do things, be executive, you know, create something, manifest something, and dig deep and see if you can sort of find out who you are and how to get that through in your playing. That's the hardest thing. You cannot pay money for a pedal or a rack or whatever that will sort it out for you. You have to spend the hours on your ass to figure out who you are and to grow your own mustache and your own personality, and then you can plug into anything. A shitty 5-year-old amp, yes, that's what it is. You know, of course, again, good equipment is good, but this is not where you should start. You should start with writing
or
music.
not what you should focus on.
Yeah, there's too much focus on that. You know, if you like it, sure. You know, you can swap whatever, you know, settings of your...
Don't spend 3 hours a day visiting online forums, which pick up
you know,
probably a bit better in this kind of wood.
A lot of people think, you know, oh, I suck and I'm not as fast as this YouTube video guitar player that's playing 4 million BPMs, and so I have to get a new pedal. No, you have to practice and don't worry about everything. When I record and compose, I say to myself, even though it's not true, I say, what I'm doing now, it's the new black. It's the best thing that ever was recorded, and this is going to be the shit. This is going to be, you know, the world will explode. Of course it's not, but just to build up my self-esteem. Bloody hell, I'm so into it. I turn off my phone. I don't have any internet in my studio. I don't want to get distracted by Instagram, you know. There's nothing wrong with that, but don't live your life through it. To play an instrument takes time, and to do it well takes a lot of time. But that's so much fun when you become good and you start to realize, I know this shit. I can throw myself into any, you know, out of any comfort zone or any environment or any gig or whatever, and cope with it and nail it, you know. And that's a great feeling, but it takes time. Time is the key word.
And another thing I really like about your workshop and your playing in general, and what I see in guitar students that they like to forget about, is rhythm.
Yes.
Rhythm guitar and rhythm in general.
Yes. Guitar players, and I'd say, dare say, a lot of drummers, even though you can keep time. Time is, of course, very interesting, but there's very, in the western part of the planet, there's very limited rhythmic understanding. That's why I go to places like India and Nepal to get the big picture, the broader musical perspective.
Even when I was a beginner, I learned Sweet Child O' Mine, the intro.
Yeah.
And didn't focus on the rhythm, just the melody.
Yeah.
And it sounds like it.
Yeah.
If you don't focus on the rhythm.
Yeah. And also, word of advice is rhythm is very important. Pulse is extremely important to keep the pulse, to understand how the rhythms sound next to the pulse. And also, if you play a scale, play it to something. Play it in a horizontal way so you understand the relationship, half step, whole step, the nature of the scale, and have a drone or a tonic or a root, so you attach it to something. So each note has a relationship. Otherwise, it's just mumbo jumbo, something floating around in the universe without a purpose.
Just practicing scales, but not really music.
Yeah, but make music. And if you just slap any drone into anything and jerk around with, you understand what each note means. It sounds really deep. It's not. It's basic musical understanding, but people miss it. They start at the wrong end of things. You know? So you don't have to sit down and practice slow. You really don't. Go for it, but understand what you're doing. You know. And I use all this the conical, and that made my head almost explode when I started to get into that. And I realized how little I knew. And now I know more and more, and I'm still scratching the surface of traditional South Indian music, but I love it, you know, and I love to suck and screw up as well. That sounds wrong.
It's fun at times, yeah.
Because failure is how you grow, you know, and life is...
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Failure is how you grow.
Yes, it is, you know, go wrong, don't be afraid, take chances. Screwing up is fine, it's part of life, you know. I might just miss my plane and it's fine because the planet is round, so I'll just start walking and sooner or later I'll find Sweden, what the hell? So it's no big deal, you know. So don't be afraid. Take chances and be brave and move on. Find new ways to play. Try new things. Don't sit with your Metallica tablature books only. There's nothing wrong with playing it, but it's already been done. There is already a Metallica. You will never be as good as them, but you will be better. But you don't stop. So yeah, it's do your own thing, grow your own moustache. At least that's what's making my life fun to live. So that's how I entertain myself.
Very good point. Yeah. Thank you very much for it.
I have a pack of strings here you can give away. Shall we sign this live?
Yes, you should sign it live.
DR strings. I've been using this since I was a sperm, pretty much. And I will sign it now. It's tiny. Well, this will never work.
It will be worth a lot of money.
We need a marker pen. Do you have a different pen?
Let me see.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I can open it. Oh, I can't. We need a marker pen. We need the marker pen. You can smell my sweat, signature sweat. I just played.
Let's try the cordial.
Oh, the cordial pen.
Maybe it's better.
Maybe it's not better. It doesn't work.
Oh.
It won't work.
It's a pilot.
It's a pilot.
It must be good.
Not really. But this is the M. It starts with an M, and here's another attempt to write my name. Yes, you see, I am writing it, but you can't see it. IA Eklundh and a dot, and then I make a funny guy. You don't see that either, but I did it, and I'm here. And you can... So, yeah.
Nobody else on the planet will have it.
Yeah. Super ugly. 8-string, but tight fit. This is a good shit, so there you go, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.